live here for a Warriors Lakers post-game show. It brought to you here at Fat Boy Fadeaway Sports Variety Sports Network. Oh, Mom, not a pretty game here. We got to talk through this one. I need some therapy tonight. This is not one of those games here for a Warriors fan. If you're a Lakers fan, good night to rub it in tonight on the show. Feel free to comment in. If you're a Warriors fan, love to get your comments. Let's get through this together. We're going to go through some of the players one by one a little bit, some of their performances, what Kerr can maybe do going forward. And we'll definitely get into what the Lakers did well. AD, of course, showed up, and then Russell came back to kill us again tonight as well. Mom, your initial thoughts, though, of a game that we were just talking to Amanda, my sister here. She just said, good luck. Not much to podcast about with Amanda. We're going to try our damn best because usually in a losing effort, there's a lot to go over. And I'm pretty frustrated with their effort tonight. Mom, your initial thoughts of the game.
Yeah, I think the lack of effort, just something, again, like, I don't know what happens. The switch comes on and off with them, and they lost their composure. I mean, you start getting technicals, the turnovers, the fouls. It just started to go down, and it just got worse.
They got off to a good start, 30 to 20.
No, they did at the beginning, but then when they started getting those foul calls, and they seemed to, and yes, but even though you're getting foul calls, you have to keep your composure. You can't start getting technicals in these games. You can't. That's just was again, and the fouling. That's too many times going the line for them, and it was frustrating to watch.
Yeah, Terrell tuned in. Nice shave. Yes, if you have been watching the post game after a big loss like that, you have to get rid of it, right? The playoffs, you gotta mix it up a little bit there. You gotta change it up. So that's the theory there, and that's what I'm gonna go with right now. Mom, let's start with Russell. Right away, he gets hot for him. I said at the beginning of the series, remember I said he can kind of be one of those streaky players that can kind of steal you a game a little bit. And I think that's why LeBron wasn't so aggressive early, is he kind of felt out that Russell was off to this hot start. And the Warriors were leaving him open. They gave him some good looks early, and he made him pay 3 straight threes, got to the basket. And from that point on, anything's gravy. Ended up with 21 points. And the Lakers, what were they, 20-8 or something like that when he scores over 20 points or something like that. So
points tonight he had.
Yeah, so good effort there by him.
Yeah, he was their X factor. I think he set the tone for them. And you're right, they kind of just fed off of him. And when he gets going, that's like you've said that he is their player, and you worry about him.
Yeah, no, he was somebody that really killed him. And the Warriors couldn't get anything again from the bench. And let's go right to Draymond Green and JaMychal Green. They combined for 4 points. They both got 2 technicals. They got literally half the amount of technicals that they did points there. Mom, I mean, he did nothing for them. As much as we praise him for game 2, he did nothing tonight. He was not productive at all. We'll get to Thompson in a second. But, man, he was awful tonight.
Yeah, he was, and I don't know what to say about that. He just, from the get-go, I didn't feel like he was there tonight. And to get the technicals again, stop. When you start to lose your composure, that actually affects your team, and it starts to trickle down. And it looked terrible too. I mean, yes, there were some bad calls, yes, but you got to play through those things. You have to be a playoff team.
What do you think the Warriors can do differently going into game 3 now? Now that Kerr, they were saying that Ham made the adjustment. Their pick and roll defense was a lot better from the Lakers' angle, from their side of things. But I thought the Warriors and Thompson, especially in that second quarter, Mom, they just got so sloppy with some of the easy plays. That was frustrating.
Almost too fast. I thought that the Lakers' defense was actually making them do that. But, yeah, very sloppy. Passing, again, the turnovers. You cannot win games with that many turnovers. And it proved again, turnovers and fouls come back to haunt us. But the adjustments, that's going to be tough when you ask what adjustments they're going to make. I think they just need to clean everything up. I don't know what to say. Green didn't come out either one of the Greens. DiVincenzo didn't have his game. Clay, I don't know what happened.
What do you think of Wiggins? I thought Wiggins played pretty well. He just got some bad luck on some of his shots.
He did. And the one thing I can say about this game, I think I cheered the loudest is his dunk. It's the only thing he gave me. I could cheer for him. That was wonderful. Other than that, there wasn't much cheering going on.
So it'll be interesting what they do going into game 4 now. They got they have the chess piece where Davis has a tendency to kind of not play back-to-back good games. Can he deliver again with another big game? LeBron was solid as hell tonight. He really
Yeah.
delivered a really good performance for the Lakers. He showed up for them tonight.
It's impressive jumping over the fans, and that was impressive.
No, he really showed out tonight. I thought his effort tonight was good. As much as I don't like LeBron, I thought tonight I don't know, I thought like tonight was like a perfect game for somebody getting older. He felt out Russell getting hot there. Davis, they felt him a lot early in the post. But from a Warriors standpoint, more so, they got to get, like we said, they got to get more from Green. Thompson just gave them nothing in the second quarter. They lost their composure. So for a championship team, they really lost their poise tonight. They really showed in that poise they showed in the first quarter, everything was off of that. If you watch that first quarter, you would think like, oh, okay, this team's ready to go. They're focused. The Lakers look a little off their game. That's not, I mean, it would be a complete reversal because since that point, they got no rhythm at all. And it was very disappointing those last 3 minutes of the second quarter. And Mark Jackson, believe it or not, he was right for a change. He said that whoever kind of makes a big push here at the end of this is going to make a big, and they were up 11 points at the end.
Yeah, right. I remember when he said that, and that's exactly what happened. You're right.
I thought like even guys like Poole and that, like they didn't even get really a chance to get going. I didn't think I didn't even think it came down to that. They just felt like they just as a team, like their effort just together, like they were lazy with their fouls, so many take fouls a little bit. And it just felt like there was ever since that second quarter part, it just felt like it wasn't a game at that point.
Yeah, it was really difficult to watch, actually.
Even Curry missing 2 free throws, Mom.
Yeah, what is with that? He's been missing his free throws. What is going on here? I don't understand. We've got to talk to him about this. We can't have that. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So
your son was here. They're watching the game, and he said, "I think he's nervous." I said, "Well, maybe he's nervous. I don't know."
He might be nervous. Yeah. All right, so game 4. Let's get to it. We'll make it a short one tonight. Game 4. What do you think? Warriors bounce back, or you think the Lakers go 3 on the again? The Warriors haven't been good on the road, Mom. My concern is that they have not played well against the Lakers in the past in that arena. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a big bounce back game for the Warriors here, and they've usually delivered. But what do you got?
I do think that. I think that Kerr will make the adjustments that he has to, but a lot of it's going to come down to our starting players that come out, that they have to start out stronger. Like you said, they did have
and sustain it.
Yes, that's the key. If they cannot sustain it, then we're in trouble. I think that's it. They just, for whatever reason, this game, it just, like I said, it just went downhill and it just kept going down. But yeah, I think that they can make some adjustments. But having said that, they have to execute. They could not score. They could not make a bucket.
So what do the Warriors do from a strategy standpoint against AD? Because like he got the ball a lot at the free throw line, and he made those quick like 2 dribbles to the hoop. And Draymond got like 3 fouls on like those like kind of block charges that led to technicals. Do they have to double him earlier? But you know what I mean? Is that what they have to do in that situation?
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, maybe try that. I mean, I thought Green, when they went against him, I thought he did a really good job on him. This didn't, I don't know what happened. It just seemed like Green began fouling, and then he got, I don't know, he just didn't play well.
He gets flustered.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. But
do you think he's too close to LeBron?
Oh. Maybe.
Is his relationship too close to where he can't let out his true feelings?
Yeah, maybe that's it, because there's something about him. But this particular game, he didn't play well defensively. And
we need to get back to Game 5 ejectable Green. Come on, we need to get back. We need to get back to there. We need to find. He just as good as he was in game 2. He was just terrible tonight. And the series has not been very good since Game 1. Been very. Yeah. You know, obviously, even in Game 1, right, there was kind of some slop. The Warriors kind of had to come back a little late in that one to make it a close game, as you remember. So, like I said, I feel like going into this series, the Lakers were just a bad matchup for the Warriors because of Davis's legit size, and you're seeing that because maybe Looney is sick, but he's definitely not making the difference that he was in the previous series.
Yeah.
He wasn't good tonight at all.
No, he was terrible. He was terrible.
He was so slow after rebounds.
Yeah, and I don't, and maybe he does, he's maybe.
What's the saying? Get the fridge off the back. What's the saying?
Get the refrigerator off your back. Piano off your back.
Get the piano. Good.
Yes, he cannot. I don't know what that was. I'm hoping that he was just sick and that he will bounce back and have a better game.
Well,
But
we're gonna
I
need
don't,
him. We're gonna need him because right now Davis is he's kind of dominating that matchup.
definitely. Or I'm hoping for that. They say every other game, so maybe next game AD will have a poor game. So
I mean, I would think if you're a Warriors fan too, like like we are, like the thing, like this run with this big three. All right, so like you have we're gonna talk about this more tomorrow on the Fat Boy Fadeaway Sports Podcast. Is they have 97 wins together, right? You have Green,
yes,
Thompson, Curry, you have and you only have the Spurs with the Parker, Ginobili, Duncan. Parker Ginobili and Duncan, and then you have the Cooper, Johnson, and Kareem. They only have more than them. So like there's this mystique to them. You want them to keep this going because you don't want Lake to break
right.
this up. But then you see games like this and you're like, oh man, come on, guys. Like you got to keep it going. Let's go.
Yeah, you say, who are we? It's such a it's chaos. I don't understand.
It's almost like they have to get punched in the face like
Maybe
so many times and
Well,
be
you
like
heard
so
that.
backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and you heard Curry's speech. Everybody's probably heard that now. How he talked to the team getting on the Kings game.
Yeah.
It they need some motivation. I don't know what it is, but they can't keep playing like this every other game. Like kind of, they just fall apart. I don't know. And it seems like the whole team at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of good, there was a lot of some good, and that was all for the Lakers, and there was bad, and it was a lot for the Warriors tonight. That was
Yeah,
the good and the bad tonight. There wasn't much
the
there
good
with
and
it.
the ugly.
I mean,
Yeah.
even like we saw little Kuminga minutes at the end of garbage time. The Lakers couldn't even miss. The Lakers played Lonnie Walker earlier in the game. He hits a three to start. Schroeder, there was a little small point where the Warriors did get it to 10 in the third, and there was
Yes.
that loose ball that Looney didn't get, and then Schroeder right away hits that three, gets it to 13. LeBron goes there, gets to 15. You're like, my gosh, we're right. We're out of the game right away again. So I just thought, I as much as I hate the Lakers, they definitely, LeBron and AD came to show up. But I was highly, highly disappointed in Klay Thompson tonight after that first quarter.
And what do you think that is? Like, why does he have?
He almost tried too hard tonight. He does that once in a while, and he like his first two shots tonight. I felt it like they weren't really good looks. They were almost like heat check shots right away to start the game. And I'm like, and he missed both. And I'm like, like it just kind of felt like he rushed it. And then he goes on to get 11 points in that first quarter, but he still felt rushed the whole game, like in some senses there.
And some of their shot selections weren't that great either. I think they were rushing, and maybe some of it was the Laker defense. They were making them take poor shots, but it just seemed like they were taking just terrible.
And if the Lakers make more threes than us in a game, we're not going to win.
No.
They made 15. We made 13.
We made no threes. I mean, we made threes, but not like we did the last game. We just were just totally different games from the other night.
And how about that free throw line, Mom? 28 of 37 for the Lakers, 12 of 17 for the Warriors. I mean, you talk about a free throw differential. That is ridiculous.
So you know that they are. We do foul. I mean,
we do.
And maybe some of them, went.
I was frustrated with some of those green ones.
I was too, to be honest. I tried not to do that, but there were some.
I thought he.
Yeah.
I thought, doesn't Davis look like he leans that shoulder a little bit?
Yeah, and I don't know.
No, I think he leans the shoulder a little bit. I think he does, and Green's a smart defender. He knows what he's doing. So I think that's kind of that part was a little bit frustrating there. They definitely have to be more aggressive. That's the one thing. Like they came out even in the first quarter, they weren't necessarily aggressive. I thought Wiggins was really the only guy that showed up. And the LA crowd, Bob, all the stars were out tonight. They were all.
Did you see them all? Yeah, so I saw all playing.
They were dead though for a while.
Yes,
they were for a while.
Well, because we were the first quarter we actually played somewhat in control, and we looked like you said. Oh, I thought, well, you know what, we might win this game. This might, if we keep playing like this, then it took a dive. It took a turn and it went downhill.
Yeah, and I thought they played. There was some. I thought Wiggins especially got the most, where it felt like he got some good looks, and they were in and out a lot. I thought that kind of affected the game. Like he just hasn't had that game yet. Like where like you said, he had that dunk tonight. Well, that was really good to see. He played a solid game. I'm not saying that he was probably our second best player tonight, maybe our best player
I think
in some ways.
Yeah,
He
I
might have
think
been our best player in some ways there. So I don't know. I just kind of waiting for him to have that breakout game and a win like that. And that's kind of what we're looking for. But I am worried about Anthony Davis going forward. I'm worried about Russell's streaks. And then LeBron's always going to usually be consistent.
Yeah. Well, who do you think on Russell? Because I think
Peyton?
yeah, I was wondering, you have to be able to be up on him. He can shoot the three, and they were almost too
Can he
far
make
back.
a three, though? Can Peyton do anything on offense?
No,
Or can he offensive rebound enough to to play?
well,
That's the thing. Where
problem. If you're going to play him, then he's got to be. Yes, you're right. He has to be effective.
because that's the thing where
problem Kerr has right now.
yeah, no doubt. Because if Davis is rebounding like that, his size is better than anybody the Warriors have.
Yeah, yeah.
And then LeBron's obviously no shrimp.
No.
And then they're getting some from Hachimura even. So I don't know. I think they've been impressive there. But we'll see what the Warriors do to bounce back. I think they could do that by putting Davis on him. I just don't think Kerr's going to play Kuminga. I wouldn't mind seeing. I think Peyton's the best chance on him after a game like that.
And you would think Devin.
But he made first threes in 2 minutes. My God.
I know. I was going to say with Devin Chenzo, I think he plays defense well, but he has a hard time keeping players in front of him, I noticed. And then he fouls. So I don't know.
He fouls a lot.
Yes, he does. And
he's a good offensive rebounder.
Yes.
And he plays hard. You like his energy at times. Yes. He's like one of those guys where like he really is a home bench player in some way. Like he's really good, but like at home he's even better because the crowd feeds him a little bit more and things like that. So it'll be interesting who the Warriors have. I was going to go over just a quick little stats here before we get there. Davis ends up with 25, LeBron 21, Russell 21, and then randomly.
Garrett, if you think about that for a minute, that's what we were the other night.
Yep.
All top three. So it flipped.
And then you have Curry gets 23, but Curry just didn't have a really that great of a game. He turned it over a lot. I thought Curry wasn't very. He rushed a lot of shots.
Why does he pass to Klay Thompson when he's not looking?
Oh my God, that was the start of like the downhill. No, that was when I wrote that note down. I was like, they got sloppy because Klay tried to go off the screen, tried to throw it to the left there, and then that didn't work to Wiggins. Got fumbled in there, and then Curry throws it on the fast break. Yeah, he's running out to the corner, not even looking. And then shortly after that, they turn it over at the top of the key, and that's where the fouls pile up. And the Warriors need to play without fouls. We know that. That's their rhythm. They need to play in motion, and that's the deal. So we'll see if they can bounce back. The champs usually do. It would be a tall task, Mom, if they get down 3-1, though.
Yes, it will be. I agree with you. That would be scary. So hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can come back and win a game on the road and come back home.
See what happens there.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good spot to end. We got the Warriors game 3 reaction post game here, Mom. We'll see what they got for us game 4. Yeah. Appreciate Terrell tuning with some comments there. We got everybody. We got a few. We got up to 6 people in the chat there. Appreciate that. Yeah. Mom, until hopefully a win next time, maybe we meet here.
We'll get a win.
Game 4 Monday night back in LA. We'll see what the Warriors have in store for us. Yeah, see what the champs if they can bounce back. Come on, Curry. All right, Mom. Till next time.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.